Everybody, this is Daniel Lee. This is what I do. I preach the full gospel of Jesus, Yahshua on college campuses. I expose satanic pedophiles. I provide satanic ritual abuse survivors a platform to speak out on, and I protect the innocent children. Reflections on my 5th day at UCSD. It was kind of amazing. There was this guy, I don't think this got on videotape because he wasn't on the tape, but he had this big beard, and he just loved my preaching. He was just smiling. I almost thought he was an angel. But he came up to me and he said, "Thank you so much for your preaching. It was a real joy." I want to talk about a few things that I'm seeing on the internet here. Joe M., storm is upon us. Look what he posted just 5 hours ago on his Twitter. He said, in 306, Constantine became emperor of Rome. They tell us his mother, Helena, became a Christian and urged him to ease up on persecution of Christians. No, this was a reaction to its uncontrollable growth, so they created a church and hijacked the movement for the next 1700 years. He's exactly right. It was the Council of Nicaea in 325 CE where this wicked emperor made Christianity the state religion and melded pagan sun god worship with the truth of scriptures. And this is why the Sabbath was changed from Shabbat to the Sunday to venerate the pagan sun god. This is why Christians started eating pork and shellfish in violation of Leviticus 11. This is why so many pagan sun god stuff got infiltrated into the church. So I was amazed that he posted about this. That's amazing. Hallelujah. Who knows, maybe Storm is Upon Us has a lot more similar beliefs to me than I thought. Hallelujah. If you don't know my beliefs, go to my website, spiritandtorah.com, or just listen to my preaching. You'll see through my preaching. I preach the blood of Messiah, being filled with the Spirit, and walking in His Torah, His Word, His instructions, as it says in Hebrews chapter 8, which is quoted directly from Jeremiah 31:31. All right, so I want to talk about a couple stories here. This was published, when was this published? 7 hours ago. Today, June 16th, 2019. McConnell blocks House bill to reopen government for second time. I'll post this link below this video. Senate Republicans blocked a House-passed package to reopen the federal government for a second time in as many weeks on Tuesday. President Trump wants this government to keep shut down. He wants it shut down, and it's a good thing. See, he already has the funding from the Pentagon, and he already has the military to build the wall. He doesn't need the Democrats to build the wall. He wants the government shut down. It's purposeful because he's showing how bloated the government is and how we really don't need it. We really don't need it. I think it's also tied to the secret military tribunals going on at Gitmo as well. I'll post a link to this story, but there's another one I want to talk about by the American Thinker, which was published yesterday on January 15th. I'll publish a link to this one as well. This story has it down. It's called Trump's Shutdown Trap. Has President Trump suckered Democrats and the deep state into a trap that will enable a radical downsizing of the federal bureaucracy? In only 5 more days of the already longest government shutdown in history, 25 days and counting as of today, a heretofore obscure threshold will be reached, enabling permanent layoffs of bureaucrats furloughed 30 days or more. Don't believe me that federal bureaucrats can be laid off? Well, in bureaucraties, a layoff is called an RIF, a reduction in force. And of course, it comes with a slew of civil service protections. But if the guidelines are followed, bureaucrats can be laid off, as in no more job. It is all explained by Michael Roberts here. And this article goes on to explain the procedures of what can happen. Basically, what's happening is we're seeing that with the government shutdown, we don't really need it. We don't need a lot of these bloated agencies. I mean, my life's still pretty good. A lot of lives for Americans are still good. If you were employed by some of these agencies, hey, get off the federal government dole and get a job. Get a job and work. You don't need to be a bureaucrat. Basically, President Trump is masterfully showing how a lot of these excess agencies are not needed. Hallelujah. And my prayer is that the government will keep shut down until all these wasteful bureaucratic agencies are completely eliminated. And we only have a federal government, which was authored by the Constitution, which is to defend the country. And also it promotes the Bill of Rights to ensure that we have, the ability to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which of course can only come if we love Yahshua with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love His Torah. By the way, the Constitution is rooted in our Torah. Hallelujah. It's wonderful. If this was the plan all along, it would explain why President Trump goaded Chuck and Nancy in his televised meeting with them last year, boasting that he would claim credit for the shutdown. How could they resist a prolonged shutdown when he made it so easy to blame him? President Trump has proven that he is a disruptor who changes the framework of thinking on major issues by refusing to accept the givens, the assumption of how things always have been done and therefore always must be done. This is awesome. I say let the government stay shut down as long as possible until all these bloated agencies are removed, until all these satanic pedophiles are arrested. Hallelujah. Let it be done. Hallelujah. Well, it looks like this might have been my last day at UCSD. We'll see. Tomorrow it's like 100% chance of rain, so I'm probably going to go back to the Creation Museum tomorrow. And then Friday I'm going to be busy preparing for Sabbath and meeting with subscribers for lunch. Of course, Saturday is Shabbat. And then Sunday I'm flying back to Juneau. If you'd like to support me or help me out in any way, I did resign from my job back on November 14th. I have a bunch of donation links below my videos. You can just unfold the description box. I also have that White House petition you can sign. My webmaster, Media Master Kathy, set up a bunch of alternative backup channels for me and an alternative YouTube where you can watch all my YouTubes in chronological order. Just got a lot. Oh, I got my itinerary. Shows where I'm going to be. So a lot of links. And please don't forget about that White House petition. This was a good day. I really enjoyed preaching. Even though I know it seemed like a lot of people weren't listening, I do believe just seeing that man with the big beard encouraging me, that made it all worth it. Hallelujah. Well, this news is awesome. I pray that this government shutdown will last and continue to last until the federal government returns to the way it should have been, not this overbloated, wicked monster that it's become. Hallelujah. Go, President Trump, go. Let's keep him in prayer. I do have a prayer meeting every single night. If you're wanting us to pray for you, please do not put it in the comments, but contact me directly. My email address is below every video. God bless you guys. Shalom, shalom.